Alright, so we are on the third map on Nightmare mode. I want to just kind of show you quickly, because I've already finished the build. We are just starting the fourth wave. So, did I get? Yeah, I got that upgrade. So what I've got here is we've got our usual 2 ores there to help the wall. We've got our little cluster of towers that just shoot and defend both of these. Now you'll notice these are actually working out really well. The spiders don't spawn in behind, they never get gummed up. And most importantly, there's flying goblin choppers that come from this direction, and my deadly striker towers quite often shoot them down before the ogres are actually dropped on the ground, meaning that I don't even have to deal with the ogres. That's always nice and ideal when you can shoot down those flying choppers before they deposit their ogre in a spot where he's going to attack the walls and crystals. You can see that one over there. I am not set up to deal with it before it comes into place, but I have put a reflect wall up here to prevent it from hitting my towers. And the ogre does get down, but it's also not the end of the world that comes down. Ores here are up to, I think they might not quite cover everything. A little bit of upgrading to buff beams to fix that. I can find my cursor. I've discussed in another video. That is one thing that pisses me off in this game, is how hard it is to find your cursor. So I probably should have repositioned the board a little bit. I was trying to be as space efficient as I could. I might have gone a little too far in that regard of being space efficient. The fact that I'm not getting these enemies caught fully inside of both those ores, especially in Snare Aura. I'm probably going to end up moving it so the ensnare ores over this way. Now, this other player who's helping me out, he has his tower temporarily boosts the range of my ores, and assuming it's his. You notice that sometimes they're growing big and covering everything. Well, of course, you know, it's always good to have better tower stats, and that's where the range is such an important thing on people. It makes sure they can kind of fulfill their most basic primitive duties. So, as you can see, I'm really not having to focus too much on this part over here. It's working really well. The spiders are being taken care of, the ogre choppers are being taken care of, and then all the weak trash, you know, aside from the fact that their pulse tower is hitting a frickin' torch or the ground. You know, that's been unfortunate. I built it perfectly there, so we're missing out on some damage. It's disrupted. But that's alright. Still making out pretty easily. This is a nightmare map we're getting through. Just really wanted to show you that new enemy, the goblin chopper. They can be quite threatening, they can be quite challenging to deal with, as they can drop an ogre where you're not expecting it. And they also shoot rockets that do a lot of damage, which can easily wipe out your towers. So, you know, a lot of times having that reflect beam to defend it is going to really help you. We're just gonna rebuild these real quick. Oops. So that one there. Counting on the buff beam becoming big enough, so the buff beam will buff its range. There we go. Now we're going to capture the enemies on that side, and we're going to capture that ogre, hopefully, when he stands here and takes his swing. So that's our final build here. Again, you know, we're level 70. Our stats are still not super impressive for tower stats. They're not much different than I showed in the previous video. Oops, not the right button. Here's all the tower stats. 200 power, 180 range, 131 defense rate. On our mage, who's the majority of towers. Our monk, 180 range roughly, and 140 health roughly, and 69 power. Power does help a bit. It slows down the enemies more and makes your strength drain ores reduce the damage they do even more. So it's still worth getting some in our walls. And then the buff beams do benefit from the other stats as well. So that's why I've got focus on the stats. Alright, hopefully this helps you if you're just working out and trying to do a simple, easy build. And you're looking for how to progress this map on Nightmare.